Okay, I don't have any great strategy for today. It's just, man, I always have trouble with that reverse gear. It gets stuck. But, since it's the beginning of the month, I can get more food at the food bank. And Seaside food bank, it looks like it tends to be open every day of the week, maybe except for weekends. So I want to go down to Seaside, but I don't want to stay the night because those cops are horrible. They really protect that area. I mean, that's the most stringent law I've ever heard, is not being able to sleep outside of a residence. It's illegal to sleep outside of a residence. And they're the only cops that have really gotten on my case about evidence that it looks like I'm sleeping in my car. They were saying, oh, you got fog on your windows, and you got all this stuff in your car. I mean, they were just accused the heck out of you, and it's not like completely their fault. They're just enforcing a regulation set forth by the people. The city council, elected by the people, said they want that activity of people sleeping in their cars to stop. I mean, it's a harmless activity, but they just wanted to make it an ordinance because it's maybe eating into profits in some way. But yeah, I want to go to Seaside. I'm going in the morning here. I'd like to go to the library. It opens at 9, and then at 2 o'clock the food bank opens, and then I'll get some food there. And then from there, I don't know what I want to do. I'm kind of winging it. There's nothing that really draws me back to anywhere else, except for I like the internet. I like using the internet a lot. That's the only thing that really draws me is the internet. I'm not really drawn to any property, any cities. I don't need to go back to Astoria. I don't need to go to Warrenton. It's just I've gotten into a routine of running to those places for the internet. It's been a routine of for me, strictly for the internet. It's going on the weekdays, maybe hit Astoria Library and use that internet, but it's really slow for upload and download speeds, so I have to save a lot of content to the computer, and then when I can get to Warrenton, I can then upload, because Warrenton's unregulated, so it's about internet and access and internet speeds. So I've been bouncing around from the college yesterday. The college is open on Mondays, whereas Seaside and Astoria are not open on Mondays. The college is also open on Sunday. There's some crazy hours. I've been operating in a way to I'm trying to maximize my internet access. and it's like just I'm trying to focus a lot on trying to just keep my eyeballs on the internet, and it's ridiculous why I'm doing it. It's for pennies, and I'm only making pennies off of these YouTube advertising dollars. It doesn't even matter. It's just I haven't really come across any other great ways to make money, so I'm kind of going with what seems comfortable for my lifestyle. And yeah, I'm just focusing a lot on trying to save money and pull in as much as I can with these videos. Yeah, it's a routine, and it's getting a little boring. I mean, it's always nice to see new stuff on the internet, but it's a little boring getting into this routine of bouncing around from the same spot to the same spot now. It's all familiar, and you know, I think I could do it for a while without really having any problems. I got Warrenton. There's like 2 spots in Warrenton I'm comfortable like parking my car and sleeping, and it's where I park my car to sleep that's the biggest issue. If I didn't have to sleep, I wouldn't have any problems at all, because I just keep on moving. Yeah, if libraries didn't close, or if I didn't have to sleep anywhere. So yeah, I better slow down there. And so it's a 15-minute drive to Seaside. I had my eyes on this grocery store in between Warrenton and Seaside that I was really curious about, because I mean, there's just nowhere safe in Seaside to sleep. I mean, I can't even get away with the library parking lot. It's really strict. I got away with it for like 3 or 4 nights initially, but then after that they really started getting on me, and then I had a pretty good spot until I was found behind the food bank. That's just not a possibility anymore. So I gotta keep looking, but I want to keep my motivation up too. My problem with what's grounding me is Fred Meyer has made it possible for me to keep my food budget. It's like it's always a good idea to find places that help you keep your food budget in place within the food stamp program. And Fred Meyer has really been effective for that. I really have liked that. I tend to eat more in the winter time, and yeah, it scares me to just have to starve in the cold, or at least cut into my personal account to eat. That's just terrible. Trying to build that up for emergency purposes. So yeah, and I was thinking I could go east from Astoria, because there's a Fred Meyer's in Washington. I just never looked at. I had this whole picture in my mind that I wanted to travel the coast. I wanted to go down the coast south, and then come back up on the main part of the land. But Seaside has definitely changed my let's say perspective on being able to effectively travel the coast without having any major issues. they want to push me into sleeping at hotels for like what, $30 a night. It's just unreasonable. I can't. It's like the hospital. You just have no negotiation. You have to accept it or get a fine if you try to protest it. And yeah, these cities, they know how to really manipulate people. And I looked on this website. Whoa, this, all right, coming up with this, skateboarders acting erratic on the road. Man, it's just too dangerous on the road to be skateboarding like that. But yeah, I was looking on the internet, and there's a website, and they showed free places to sleep in Oregon. And there was a place down south, further south, maybe an hour from here, that apparently used to be free as an recreational vehicle. It's like a four-wheeler type of place where four-wheeler people hang out, and they used to be able to sleep there for free, but then they stopped that in this year, 2014, in March or so, because there's too much trash being left around. What am I coming up on here? It's some guy with stacks of cardboard, I guess. So, a lot of people at places that you could sleep for free, a lot of people trash these places, and then they must enforce no more overnight staying. So yeah, it's ridiculous. They use the excuse that, oh, it's getting trashed, so there's nobody at all can sleep overnight at that place. So it's that kind of activity has been going on for a while. It's just places that used to be free, because the parks used to be free at one time, and then the laws changed, and then they designated free places, and then those got those privileges got removed, and it's just been drying up all over. It's continuing to dry up, and you're left with having to be left with either paying or being illegal with sleeping overnight somewhere. Okay, I gotta stop here. Yeah, this is just too long of a drive. 13 minutes already. God, I hate driving. Gas is a little cheaper, but I still gotta consider wear and tear in my car. The tires are going, and it was in Oregon where I got a nasty flat running over some piece of metal hanging up, just sticking out of the road on some construction area. There's some metal rebar just in the road, and it was hard to avoid. I ran it over and got a flat tire immediately. I had money at the time, so I was comfortable just replacing all my tires. But now I'd have to just focus on only one tire if I got a flat, and hope the others make it. Yeah, it's nice when you got some money. I mean, I remember what it was like. Just something needed to be done. You're like, do it. Let's get it done. Let's not haggle over it. Now I gotta be so extra careful. I'm scared. I drive with a lot of fear now. I was a little more fearless back then, and I read reports on like how rich people tend to get more speeding tickets than poor people, and they're more fearless. They don't fear losing money from a ticket or even damaging their vehicles. I fear that. I fear the cost. So I'm just extra careful here. So I'm in Seaside now, and it's all familiar. But coming up on the left, I'll be looking at the food bank. Now it's either moved or it's in the same spot. Not sure. I wonder, where's my welcome cops? Those guys are hardcore here. Oh, there's, yeah, it looks in good shape, but there's no signs out. And it's November, and there's a lot of cars. There's some cops. And they you know, they recognize my car. But this time I'm going to be a little more mobile in Seaside. Be a lot more careful. I'll park in the library parking lot. Oh, this stoplight, I hate it. Comes out of the movie theater. I think that they cater to the movie theater crowd or something. But I'll just park right in that library parking lot, and then at 2 I'll go to the food bank, because it's open every day. A food bank that's open every day is something else. And I think they're still volunteers, and they give a lot of food. That's the thing. I tried to find food banks for Astoria too, and still the Google search doesn't really give anything of any good information, like, you know, this is the place. Even the food bank in Seaside, it doesn't even say the right place where the food bank is located. If you type in the city and then food bank, you don't get the right spot. So it's a little difficult. Maybe I will park in the rest area. I don't need to park in the library parking lot. I would feel more comfortable doing that. I have spent all day in the past in this lot. So yeah, there's the public restroom, and see how things go.